Hey guys, what is going on? This is External Shockwave alongside Chris Gamer 1025, bringing you a new season, a fresh season of the TAP podcast. This is episode 1 for season 2, and well, how you feeling about this?
Oh, I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling great.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
uh, oh
So we
man.
can speak our minds here. We haven't really spoke to you guys in a long time, really, to be honest.
Since WrestleMania, well, I think we
Did we do
predicted
this?
WrestleMania, uh, but like we did it because, well, we had to take a break. Because honestly, what are we going to talk about every week? How 205 is, well, during that time, crap. Now that Triple H took over, I still don't watch it, but yeah, there's not a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, not really.
So we came back during an exciting time. I mean, we got Takeover Chicago 2 review for you here today. We also have our Money in the Bank
Oh, best
pay-per-view
money
prediction.
bank card there is here tonight. You're gonna hear it live right now.
Yep, and of course subscriber Q&A. Of course, eventually over time there will be more topics, but this one, I think for like big, pay-per-views, I think there'll only be like these three instead of other stuff. I guess pretty much. But
Well, God, we didn't do a tap podcast for season 2, starting with Backlash.
yeah,
Just say
because like who wants to? Or like the Greatest Royal Rumble, like
that was absolute trash.
exactly. So well, today we've got the NXT Takeover Chicago 2 review, our Money in the Bank predictions, and of course at the end subscriber Q and A's. Not all questions will be chosen, only some. That's why you should frequently comment every week, and yeah. But let's start off with Takeover Chicago 2, and it actually just ended a little while ago. So,
Yeah, we actually finished just watching it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was good. Like, I liked it. Like, every match on that show was not bad at all. None of the matches were bad. None. That's
appar-
what makes NXT so much better than the main roster.
apparently the live crowd thought so at some point when they decided to take out a beach ball for Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross.
Well, I wasn't actually paying attention to the Beach Bowl. I didn't even know there was a Beach Bowl, to be honest.
I
I
heard the
just
chants,
thought,
but
okay, people are just being
they,
people.
save
No.
that for the main roster, please. I mean, they're not entertaining. NXT actually is, so
Yeah, the main roster. You can take all the Beach Bowls you want for that because the trash. And we'll
exactly.
get to that.
But the show opener, let's get with this. The NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. It was the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, defending the titles against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, or number one and number two.
Yeah, player one and player two. That's what I call them.
Yes.
What do you think of that match first? Let me ask you.
We
I
just
feel like I talk too much on this damn show.
no. We talked about this actually just a little while back during the uh, you know uh, main event match, but
Yep.
that match was looking at it, I was like, okay, all right, this might be average. It won't be you know decent or good enough, but they actually surprised me.
Eh.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was actually pretty decent.
It was a good match. I like the fact that the Undisputed Era, like, I like how Roger Strong and Kyle O'Reilly work as a team.
Dude,
Even
they're
though
amazing.
no Bobby Fish,
Yeah.
But I like how they work as a team. I like their chemistry. I never saw, Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan team. Like, and when I did, I'm like, wow, they're actually pretty freaking good. They're
Yep.
actually
Two ball
freaking good.
dudes, player one,
Okay.
player two.
Yeah, player one, player two is actually really good. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yep.
But yeah, that match was pretty good. I thought it was gonna come close to that tapping spot, like we said before.
Oh no.
But,
Yeah,
uh,
I panicked there. I had
but
flashbacks of the revival in DIY.
I I remember that match, and I also remember that This is the third takeover in a row that I've got correct. Not jinxing myself, but I got the whole pay-per-view, the whole match card correct.
But
I predict everybody winning. Just saying.
But apparently the one we go to, which is Brooklyn, every year something goes wrong.
Oh yeah.
Something goes wrong.
We should probably do something for Brooklyn. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably tell you about that later on. But anyway, let's continue to the next match. I believe it was Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream.
Oof.
Which was match after match was pretty epic. I think that the if you consider like a cool down match in the card, I think that would probably be the women's match. Sadly.
Yes.
But Ricochet versus Velveteen, man, their chemistry. That match was epic. I have no words for that match. That match was just epic.
Yeah, and for anyone who says 4.5 Pulse, not like he's gonna watch this anyways, but in case you guys want to feel free and tell him that, make us famous. I don't know, but that was a 5-star in my book. I'm no Dave Meltzer, but that had me glued from start to finish.
I really thought Velveteen was actually going to pull it off once he got those double knees, but he missed that Purple Rainmaker, and that was it for him. I was like, nope, that's it. It's over. Here comes the 630, and boom, he got it. I was like...
And notice it was so odd, too, the 630 sent onto the back of Velveteen.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, to the back? I'm like, all right.
Sure.
Okay. It would have been better on the front, but I'm like, all right, whatever, But, I mean, it was a good match. I really enjoyed this one, and, Velveteen cannot, he can't put a bad match. There's no way. He cannot put a bad match on. Every match he does is, perfect. It's good.
And you can't even say, he's carried by anybody because, I mean, granted, Aleister Black is amazing, Cassius Ohno is amazing, but, even against the Ricochet, he's just... That man is flawless in the ring.
Even if he loses, he still comes out looking like he won.
Exactly. That's it. That's exactly.
And that's important. That's very important. And I think Velveteen, I can't really say he can do that on the main roster because, Vince.
They're gonna water this man down.
Yeah. You see all your OP NXT talent right now. Yeah, when they get to the main roster, nothing like they were in NXT. Andrade Cien Almas is feuding with Sin Cara right now. Gets me upset. It's absurd. He's feuding with a man that's barely been on TV.
Well, it can't be Dolph Ziggler this time around.
You gotta change it up sometimes, I guess.
I mean, I would have preferred Ty Dillinger. I don't know.
Poor Dillinger. Why he's growing his hair? He's trying to make it seem like he's doing something, but he's not.
Yep.
What was the next match after the Ricochet? Was it the women's?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, it was a women's match. All right, so we spoke a little bit on the women's match. For me, the women's matches in NXT have been watered down. The last good NXT women's match I can remember would probably be... I mean, it wasn't good like Ricochet versus Velveteen good. I mean, it was decent. The last decent women's match I remember was probably Asuka versus Ember. I don't know which one was it. They fought the first time or the second time. I don't remember which one was it, but that was the last decent match that the women put on. After that,
I think Brooklyn was better, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of been kind of dull, to be honest, and it's not their fault. I'm not saying they can't wrestle or anything, if you're trying to assume that, but it's just, it hasn't been as good as it was before. You know what I'm saying? And it's just weird.
Talk about outstanding. When I think of NXT women's match, you tell me, name the best one. Still to this day, Sasha Banks versus Bayley.
Yeah, that's it. And they can top it, but not as of right now.
Exactly. It's pretty not average. They're just decent matches. There's cool moments, but not I don't know, just
some
that thought in your head.
Didn't really make sense.
Yep.
You're telling me Nikki Cross is fighting Shayna Baszler? It's okay, I get it, but then the same time, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But actually, about this match, I mean, I personally liked Shayna since the Mae Young Classic. Like, I know everyone disliked that because, like, MMA, and she just keeps doing submission holds and all that stuff. But I think she's even improved since then.
I think she's boring, just like Zack Sabre Jr. To be
Oh,
honest.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre
Oh
Jr.
God.
is trash.
I'm sorry.
All he does is submission holds. I'm just like, my God, all these submissions, you can't even make somebody tap. Lord Jesus, I'm like, please, someone help this man. Help this man. Teach him.
Well,
Velveteen, teach him, please.
well, I don't know, but I guess my personal opinion, I think I'm like one in the 1,000 people that like Shayna Baszler.
These UFC people trying to become wrestlers like Shayna, they're pretty boring. They're not trash. They're boring. Like, besides the submission, besides all that.
So you're saying trash is like boring is better than trash?
Trash is worse, but boring is...
Okay, I'll take it, because Shayna's not...
Like, not as bad as trash, but it's still bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but... I mean, I just think... Shayna's good.
Like,
I mean, she is the women's division right now. Like, if you think about it, like, we need a big baby face right now to defeat her.
Her losing to Dakota Kai, but realistically, look at Dakota Kai.
She already lost the match to her,
Just
so...
look at her for a second. Just close your eyes and look at Dakota Kai for a second.
She already lost the match to her on NXT TP.
Exactly.
I mean, I think... I don't know. In my head, I thought... I was thinking about it earlier, too. The woman to beat Shayna would be, like, either Candice or... Tegan Nox, I mean...
Kyrie saying again, what do you mean?
Tegan Nox. Oh, well, Kyrie fought her in the past without, like... with the championship not being on the line because she wasn't champion back then, but Shayna won. So, well, they both beating each other, so who knows? We may see that down the line.
But I would really like to see Shayna lose to probably like a Nixon or like a Dakota. But they have to really build them up for that, though. But I would love to see Nixon as champion.
You know
if
what?
you love Nixon as champion, you should check out CJM. All right, that's a plug for you guys right there. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're kind of shying away from predictions, but I'm going to say really quickly, I would love for Brooklyn to have a multi-women's match, please. We've never had one for Brooklyn. We had Sasha versus Bayley, Bayley versus Asuka, and then Ember versus Asuka. So, please. We could get more personalities in here now, because who's really going to believe that, like, Shayna's fighting Bianca Belair? Like, at Brooklyn.
No.
Like, please. It should be, like...
You know what I believe? I believe that this next match, right after the women's, was Aleister versus Lars, correct?
Yes, and this match I was not paying attention because just in the back of my mind, I was like, Lars ain't winning. So, I didn't find no interest.
Lars Sullivan came close, but he didn't pull anything off. It was a good match, I'm not saying it was bad, but the thing that got me weird the most was like Lars like getting a random title shot out of nowhere. I'm just like, wait a second, when did this happen? Since when we're gonna strap a title on this man? Or like, when is he gonna, why did he get this?
Yeah,
but
well,
they wanted Lars versus Andrade, but apparently Lars went like MIA and like didn't show up to work.
And that's actually what got me nervous. Like when they said Lars versus Aleister, I was like, okay, they want him in the main event scene, and I'm kind of scared. Like,
yeah, because if you guys didn't know, NXT has this curse. Like, if you're a babyface and you win the championship off a great heel, you are a transitional champion. And Aleister broke the curse here tonight. But all trust, the curse is going to come back. Just like how it started with Sami Zayn, it's going to start with somebody else again.
I think Brooklyn may just be the time.
You think EC
Go.
might like beat Aleister for the championship at Brooklyn?
Well, to be honest, I don't know who else would be getting that shot. I mean, really, like realistically, like there's no way Ricochet's doing
Sunday?
Yeah, yep.
I mean, Leo Rush is leaving the 205 Live. What a big way to push Babatunde. Yes.
No, I mean, I guess EC3 because if you really look at it, there's nobody else kind of. Keith Lee's probably gonna debut against I don't know who, Babatunde. I don't.
Nah, yeah, you're right. I don't.
Keith Lee versus Cassius Ohno? Probably. I don't.
Probably not.
Make them form a tag team. Come on, we need Cassius Ohno to be saved.
He's just a happy young man backstage, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately.
But this next one, the main event, Gargano versus Ciampa 2. What do you think? Because honestly, I wanted to hear your opinion because I know you had said, your opinion for the first one. I want to see what's different from the first one than to the second one.
Well, much like TakeOver New Orleans, I was not paying attention. And this feud has had the potential to be, like, amazing, but I just can't get invested into this because of the stipulations added to their matches. And that might sound me being picky, but when I think of Ciampa versus Gargano going at it because of, Ciampa turning on Gargano in Chicago, I want a CWC type match.
And now, what do you think?
This match I was more interested in than New Orleans, but still not up there for me, I guess.
Mark, all right.
And by the way, early prediction: TakeOver Brooklyn. It's gonna happen. Third match for them.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it. TakeOver Brooklyn. We might see Gargano versus Ciampa 3 because both men have just won a match and they're both tied with each other basically, and somehow, some way, this is going to continue.
Who's leading in the win?
Ciampa or something? I have no idea, but trust me, it's going to continue.
It probably is. So yeah.
If Dave rates this a 5-star again, I'm gonna just end my life because this match was not 5 stars. Like, it was good, but
neither was New Orleans. But Uncle Dave,
it felt weird. Like, all these weapons being used, like you're giving them weapons is like it's not helping you.
They don't need it to have a good match. That's basically the thing.
Yeah, just like Nakamura and AJ, and we'll get to this later. Like, they don't need a stipulation. They don't need a last man standing match.
Their best match, Shinsuke and AJ, wasn't even a pay-per-view match. It was on SmackDown.
All the matches they've been having is like average, like a SmackDown match. Like, that's it, really. But
TakeOver overall, though, was good.
Yeah, still not the best TakeOver, though. The best TakeOver in our books is always, and forever will be, probably War Games.
Yep.
Because, that was probably the best one.
Yep. But I guess
I don't frequently watch NXT. Where's Cassius Ohno?
Oh, he recently lost to Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh my gosh.
Because he's Cassius Ohno is Gargano's friend, and he was fighting for him, but he lost too.
Oh boy, that's great.
Exactly. We need to save Keith Lee. What? Cassius Ohno right away. Team him up with Keith Lee.
I think Velveteen is gonna feud with Keith Lee probably.
Oh, Velveteen's gonna be the enhancement talent, right? Not Cassius anymore.
I mean, Cassius can do it, but realistically, Velveteen is like the heel to put him over. To be honest,
Yep.
And I think that's the person who's gonna debut at TakeOver Brooklyn.
Hey, if it is Velveteen versus Keith Lee, and it's Keith Lee's debut, I wouldn't mind if Keith Lee loses to Velveteen. I'm just saying.
But that'd be a good match.
Exactly.
Velveteen never puts on. You can count on Velveteen.
The man is going to get spirit bombed and flipped like upside down.
He'll make a bag of chips look good. That's how Velveteen is.
Yep.
He's so over. He can put over Kanye West.
Oh.
He can put over Donald Trump.
Oh, ooh, that may be a little too hard. But
He could put over the dictator from North Korea that I keep forgetting his name. What, Kim Jong-un. He could put over that guy.
this podcast is now going to be blocked.
It's about politics in this podcast. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, Takeover was good.
That beautiful, beautiful card that is Money in the Bank. As we will discuss the predictions from Wikipedia.
Well, while you pull up the card, I'm just gonna say real quick.
It's already up.
Oh my gosh, the speed on this man.
I type quick.
Well, I'll just say real quick. I usually would watch Raw and SmackDown, but leading up to Money in the Bank, I'm sorry, I haven't. I mean, I just watched the clips on YouTube, but
I've only
after you tell me that Roman Reigns loses to Brock Lesnar at Greatest Royal Rumble, I just can't watch anything. I can't.
You know what really got me not watching it? Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn with the sister segment. I'm like, well, I'm not watching Raw anymore. I know what I'm not doing.
Yep.
But that's just Raw and SmackDown lately. I mean, SmackDown's been better than Raw, granted, but Raw is
because we just
complete and utter
we
trash.
flip the switch every year. That's what we're gonna do.
Yep, the switch every year, but they need to do something, man. I don't know about this.
Well,
But
the predictions.
this is the first dual branded. Well, not first, but this is like the second dual branded pay per view that they're doing, starting at 7 o'clock all the way to 11, I think, or 10:30, whatever you want to say it. The pre-show's probably gonna start at 6:30 or like 6 o'clock. Listen, I'm not. Nope. Sorry.
WrestleMania. Come on.
This is gonna be the long one, but here we go. It says, what do you think? This is for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. The Bludgeon Brothers versus Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers. What do you think?
I mean, to be honest, it's a kickoff show, so I mean, I wouldn't imagine a title change. So I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers.
It's gonna be on the kickoff. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. It's first, right here. You heard it confirmed. It's on the kickoff. But yeah, I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win. I don't see any reason for a title change on kickoff. And I don't see any reason to put it on the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers are just there to do a good brother deed and job. That's basically what they're there.
And get buried softly by the Bludgeon Brothers till, Sanity finally makes their debut. I mean,
yeah, probably, but they've been wrestling just live events. I think maybe Nikki Cross is going to join them, and then they'll come back up to life.
Thank God.
I heard they were going to do a tag team Money in the Bank, but then they just stopped. They had all the promos for it. They stopped, and now they're like, well, what do we do with all these tag teams?
Nothing.
Just do nothing.
Nothing. Great.
But to be honest, we don't even need a tag team Money in the Bank. I don't feel like watching 3 Money in the Bank ladder matches. Like, no. What's next? A tag team Royal Rumble? Like, no, thank you.
No, that's what the greatest Royal Rumble match was for.
New Day filling up 3 spots.
That's what the greatest Royal Rumble match was for. I mean, you had the Revival, the Ascension. Okay.
Could bigger pop if it was in the regular Royal Rumble, damn it.
Facts.
I was popping for that man so hard. He didn't really. He went under the bottom rope.
He's never officially gotten eliminated.
Never.
He's still in the Rumble like Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
But
well, let's see. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. Big Cass. Let's see. Big Cass's gimmick is that he's big. So,
that's it.
And that he's taller than Daniel Bryan. That's his gimmick right now. So, who do you got and why?
Well, realistically, the feud, it would make sense for Big Cass to win, but I just don't see him winning. So, because Bryan won the first match, so it makes sense that Big Cass costing Bryan all these opportunities and stuff for Big Cass to just win. But I say Daniel Bryan.
I'd say the same thing, Daniel Bryan, only because
Pardon that, I'm sick.
Big Cass getting over a lot, and his gimmick is that he is tall. So
yes, and you can't teach that.
And you can't teach anybody how to be tall. So
just like you You can't
Trust.
teach real one how to be a good rapper.
But Daniel Bryan, I don't know. It's really weird. I pictured Daniel Bryan in the Money in the Bank briefcase scene, but apparently he's doing this match with Big Cass. So I'm like, okay, all right.
Well, I mean, I actually heard that Daniel hasn't re-signed a contract, but he probably will. Like, everyone's saying that he most likely will.
Most likely. I mean, if he has
But-
the feud with Miz or like a feud with Nakamura, he's going to be interested. He's going to want to do it.
But I guess they're unsure, like, I guess WWE is kind of unsure if he will or not, so that's why
And
Daniel...
they're going to put him in a main event scene,
Yeah.
like, even though he's not re-signed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Because then everyone will want him to win, and then when he doesn't win, they'll all be salty. Like the Royal Rumble.
But see, they're getting smart now. Good job, Davi.
Sort of.
But not.
I mean, we still have Bobby Lashley.
Oh god, we're gonna get into that very soon. But let's get to the next one. Seth Rollins versus Elias for the Intercontinental title. What do you think is gonna happen to
I mean-
Elias?
I would love for Elias to win. But, I mean, I don't know. Unless we can get a Dean Ambrose return. I mean,
Hell,
I think Seth Rollins is gonna retain, and Elias can win later on. I don't know.
later on.
But yeah,
Yeah,
later
yeah.
pay-per-view, SummerSlam.
That'd
Well,
be
wait.
a pretty big
We
moment.
have Extreme Rules. July, I think, 15th. They announced it today.
First of all, Elias hasn't even had an official entrance. Like, he hasn't even had an official, like...
He never will.
Yeah, but how are we going to put that in the game? Like, in 2K19? How the...
Some generic, hello, I am Elias.
Probably like the New Day. And clap for your
Exactly.
two-time champs and feel the power.
You're just gonna hear ladies and gentlemen Elias, and boom.
Hello, I'm Elias. Walk with Elias. And then the lights go up and that's it. That's it.
Someone interrupts him every time in the game? Oh, it's realistic.
Probably.
Unless they make him sing a generic song. I mean, I guess.
Oh, God. Nah, that's too much. Sorry, it's 2K.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
It's too... Anyway, Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. On why? I'm curious. Actually, this one's a pretty hard one to predict, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm saying Sami Zayn. No, I'm saying Bobby Lashley, of course.
No.
But can we please book this man to be dominant and not loving his sisters, like Roderick Strong fighting for his family?
Oh, God. Bobby Lashley. Where do we start? Trash.
Nowhere. You just start nowhere.
Bobby Lashley.
It's
I
strange.
can't believe
It's strange to hear how he was booked better in Impact than he ever was in WWE.
Ah, God, this kills me because Bobby has a lot. Like he's good. Like when I say he's good, he's good. It's just the problem is that they're not using him right, and they don't know how to use him. Impact, look at that. He was a beast. He held all the titles, okay, all of them. And what is he doing now? Just fighting because of his sisters. That's it.
Oh, it's the best thing around.
That's
He's a family
it's
man.
It's horrible, and like he should be treated with a lot more of
Put some respect on my man's name.
with respect and with like a beast. Not like Brock, because Brock is never there, but he's somewhat like a beast, but no, nothing. They're not doing anything with that man. It's horrible that they're not doing anything with him. But it is what it is. I really want him to be a beast. I really think he could be a beast, but he doesn't think so apparently.
Nope.
What?
What's...
After Money in the Bank, I don't know. What do you think he's gonna do after Money in the Bank? What's next for the man Lashley?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. Nothing. He's probably just gonna do like squash matches on Raw, most likely.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
But let's get to the next one. An even better match: Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal.
Can we like press a fast forward button on this match. It's just to see who gets the most boos.
Yep. I mean, they think by putting Jinder with, with Roman, they're gonna cheer Roman. But
you know what?
People are still cheering Jinder.
They even picked a bad, crowd because this is Chicago. Either they're gonna boo both of them, or they're just gonna cheer for Jinder because they hate Roman so much.
I mean, it can go either way, really. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I go. Oh, back to that Seth Rollins versus Elias. I think Seth was retaining as well, by the way, and I think Lashley's winning. I didn't know if I said the predictions or not. But for this match, you already know who's winning. Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna make up for him losing to Brock.
To probably fight Brock again at SummerSlam. This is just to get him over. And Brock is not scheduled to appear till SummerSlam, apparently. And some people say he might not appear at SummerSlam. And he's the longest reigning champion of the modern era. He is officially past CM Punk. And it's over. My life is over. My life as I knew it is a lie.
It's unbelievable. It's quite disgusting, honestly.
Raw is not entertaining. There's no champion on their show. There's nothing to look forward to. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal? Nope, sorry. It would have been better off if it was like for maybe the title. Like that would make it more interesting or something. I don't know, something. Roman was the champion, but no. They're fighting for nothing. For pride.
It's like Vince is screwing us twice. He's like, you didn't want to like Roman Reigns, so now he's not going to win yet. So you're going to be stuck with Brock Lesnar. And then when Brock is done, that's when you go back to Roman Reigns.
Oh, remember, Brock Lesnar's feet hit the floor first. You gotta remember that one.
Oh my god.
Definitely, I saw it with my very own eyes. His feet did touch the floor. Yep. No arguments.
Nope.
But with that being said, let's go to the next one. Carmella versus Asuka.
There's rumblings of James Ellsworth coming back.
I don't know about that.
He was booked for a show in China, and now he's not booked for that show.
Coincidence? Maybe he doesn't like China. Maybe he's racist. I don't know.
No, it was supposed to be apparently a large payday for him if he went to China in whatever promotion it was. And, well, now he's in it. Well, not in it, so why would James Ellsworth want to miss a large payday like that if he wasn't coming to WWE? Again.
I would go to Japan, not China. Who the hell was in China? Oh, dude. What's in China? What company do you know in China? What? I don't know any company in China. I just know New Japan Pro Wrestling.
For real. And Stardom. I mean,
nobody. I wouldn't say nobody watches. You're gonna get major heat for that one, brother. But
well, apparently, well.
If he appears, whatever. I'm just not gonna look at him.
You know what's the weird part? Is because everyone's like I've been hearing has been saying that Ellsworth would help Carmella win, which really doesn't make any sense because Carmella got rid of him the last time we saw him.
Yeah, why would he care to come back just for her again?
Why would we want? First of all, why would it make sense? I mean, it would make sense for him to help Asuka, but Asuka doesn't need help.
He doesn't get signed. It's just like the Great Khali thing, and it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. It's weird, but I'm hoping for Carmella to retain, so I'm going with Carmella.
I believe Carmella's going to retain because she's doing good things with the title right now. To be honest, I really think she's really pulling her off with the title, and it's strange because years ago when she was in NXT, I would say she's never going to become champion, but now that she is champion, it's like she's like one of the best champions, dude. Like, really.
I'll tell you what, she's more entertaining than Naomi, and you could come at me in the comments.
Yep. He's also more entertaining than Brock Lesnar. I'll tell you that right now.
Brock Lesnar is more entertaining than Naomi.
But now the next next match, Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title, even though Ronda has not earned the title shot. She hasn't competed since WrestleMania.
What do you mean? Nia Jax wanted to fight the best person out there.
She's not the best. She just started in her wrestling career. Fight Ember Moon, damn it. Fight Ember Moon. Fight Natalia. I don't care. Fight somebody. That's not Ronda Rousey. Come on.
I don't know. All these rumblings of like Natalia winning the Money in the Bank to only cash in on Ronda. I don't know. I don't see like that. I don't see WWE even going to give Ronda the title this early. I don't know. I just don't see it personally. I think they'll screw her out of it.
Getting cashed in on. That's like I don't. Like you said, I don't know why they would give her the title this early. But probably just to do the storyline, they'd probably do it. And say, like, when she finally beats Natalia, she's like a 2-time champ or whatever.
Yeah, you know? But I don't know. I don't see it, so. I don't know. I'm going to go with Nia.
Nia Jax, yep. Nia Jax.
I see them screwing her more than anything.
Of course. Now, the next match, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match.
No. I think you didn't say that correctly.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
No.
It's for the WWE Championship. And a last man standing match. You gotta put emphasis on the standing. That's how Nakamura does it.
Oh my God, Nakamura.
And he counts to 10.
I'm telling you right now, Nakamura should have won at WrestleMania, and after the match, they should have hugged. Nakamura should have kneeled down, give him a low blow. That's it. Heel turn.
Boom.
But
and he's your champion.
There's this trilogy of Mania, him losing at Mania, even though he won the Rumble. Him getting a rematch at the Greatest Royal Rumble, getting a count-out loss. Nobody knew what was going on. Then Backlash, doing the low blow spot, and both of them, like, again, like, no finish. And now they have a rematch here, Money in the Bank, and AJ Styles is going to retain the title. Because I just don't see Nakamura winning anymore. And plus, I heard this feud is advertised in August, like, for, like, live events and stuff. Which gets me sick and tired of seeing these two face, this dream match that everybody's been wanting to see. It's horrible. All these matches they've put on, absolute, utter, you know what I'm gonna say, trash.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, this is a PG podcast.
No. I know my limit.
No.
Their matches has just been horrible. I'm sorry. Whoever enjoys those matches, you probably watch Impact. I'm sorry for you, yet again, but it is what it is.
What I gotta say is, how can you bury a major star in Shinsuke Nakamura, both as a face and now as a heel? How does that happen? Why are you letting this happen? I don't get it.
To the main roster with some fire. He challenged for the title automatically.
All right. He lost to Jinder. That's burying the man. But okay, you haven't turned heel. All right, he should have won. Maybe not. Okay, Greatest Royal Rumble. Maybe not. But Backlash, he should have won. Come on.
This isn't even like a thing. Like this should have been already like discovered already. Like Nakamura. Why not just have the man win? I don't understand.
How can you beat him in Japan, but not like 5 times in WWE? Oh wait, no, he did beat him on SmackDown Live. We're forgetting that.
I was confused. Like, why advertise that match? Why do that match for a show? Basically, that's a money match. Why? I don't understand. But
and he wins there, but he can't win a championship match.
Yet again, they didn't need a stipulation. But
just like Gargano and Ciampa.
I predict AJ. You predict AJ, right?
Yep. I mean, of course, I'd love for Nakamura to win, but at this point, I don't see it.
Nakamura wins. It's going to be like a whatever now. Nobody would even care. be honest. I wouldn't even care.
Yes, just like American Alpha when they won the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships.
Nobody cared. No, nobody gave a damn at all. So that's what makes this this feud a whole turnoff for me.
Yep. What's the next match? Or is that it?
The next match? The next match is... I thought you were going to speak, that's why I paused. The next match is going to be the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks.
Lana.
Who do you... Why?
Lana. No. Well, who I think needs it the most out of all these women is Sasha Banks at this point. Because she has been doing nothing. Literally. Nothing. Ember is, a rising star, I guess you could say. She keeps having great matches. I don't think she needs the briefcase. But, yeah, I mean, I'd go with Sasha, but I don't think she's going to win. I don't know. I can't.
People, Sasha's overrated. Come on. Don't know why, but
she's injury prone too. Come on.
That's what Vince says.
I don't know. I can't call like ladder matches. You just don't know. I mean.
Yeah, like Zack Ryder winning at WrestleMania 32. You just don't know.
Dude, that.
Man, damn.
Like, if you told me, like, I want to know if one person out there said that Zack Ryder is going to win the ladder match, I would have looked at you and been
There's
like...
There's probably one broski out there that said, hey, dude, you know what? Zack Ryder's winning that title, man.
I would have looked at that guy and I would have been like, shut up.
What? Excuse me? Like, what are you saying right now? But,
Not even Sami Zayn could have won back then.
Nope.
Look what he's done since then.
Let's break it down. Ember, she's just got here. I don't think she's going to win just because of that reason. To be honest. I'm being honest here. Charlotte? No. She just lost the title.
She's going to have surgery after.
Howard, yeah, she needs to take a damn break. She needs to get off my screen.
Overpowered.
Yep, and Alexa, she just lost her title too. I really don't want to see Alexa being champion again. I mean, she's good, she's great, but she just needs a break from that for a while.
Oh, like Charlotte.
She needs something to do, yeah, like Charlotte. Becky needs something to like...
She's the Zack Ryder in this situation.
Yeah, she needs to do something. But do I think she's going to win? No, she's just there to put everyone over. Lana, same thing. She's just there to put everybody over. Naomi, same thing. Nobody likes her. I'm sorry.
Naomi wins, just like she won the first women's battle royal.
Done. Okay.
Why?
Sasha, she's gonna continue her feud with Bayley. Why? Because it's been going on for 2 years. So.
And it's gonna finally conclude at SummerSlam, hopefully.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be like, nope, just like WrestleMania. Nope.
That's when it's gonna damn conclude.
Yeah.
So the realistic option, and I think the rumors have been suggesting it. Not going off the rumors, but I kind of see it, happening. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Natalya might win, but I don't want the thing. I predicted Nia to win, so I'm going with my pick. I'm going with.
See, it's hard.
I'm going with Becky Lynch.
Whoa, that's the Zack Ryder in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match.
I'm going with Becky Lynch. I honestly hate Natalya. I don't want to see her win, and I don't think she's gonna win because we predicted that. Our girl Nia is gonna win. Which to her, having her turn face. First of all, she never should have turned face. Okay, that was just a horrible decision. I don't know who came up with that, but
I agree.
Wow.
I agree, but
heel all this time.
I can't pick one, to be honest.
Now, since you exposed her, and now she does she's horrible.
I can't pick, to be honest. I'd say either Sasha or Becky, but I feel like Becky is just a long shot that they don't even care about. She's just, to be honest, there. I think it's Sasha and Becky. I picked down to two because I can't pick one.
I'd say Becky and Natalia. I'm just, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. Whatever, But
You can't really pick one in this type of situation. I mean, I can't.
I can't. I don't know. It's too much women. 8 and then 8 men. No, it's too much.
All
Well,
right,
let's get
so
to the men's Money in the Bank.
Constable Corbin.
What the hell, Constable Corbin? You're like two different characters: Baron Corbin, the lone wolf, and Constable Corbin.
With the shaved head.
My man shaved his head. Called him Constable Corbin. What? Oh man, he's doing nothing in his career right now, just like Bobby Roode. Speaking of Bobby Roode, he's in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, great. So it's Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and one of the members of the New Day. Who do you got and why?
Well, I mean, due to speculation that if Brock were to fight Roman, apparently the Mr. Money in the Bank would cash in there.
What the hell?
Um,
It's Finn Balor. He's getting back for the Universal title.
I'm not lying. That's what I actually thought. That was a possibility in my head.
Oh my god.
And this would.
Rusev, it's Rusev taking the match.
I don't know. This would make sense, but I would say, I don't know, Finn Balor or The Miz. But I'd see Miz more likely though. So I'm going with Miz. This one I can pick one person. I say The Miz.
I'm going Miz, Samoa Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it right. So,
Yeah, he
the
wants
reason
to
I
be short.
Samoa Joe, he's a beast, he's a good talker on the mic, and he just gives no F's about anybody. So,
Oh.
if a real badass is going to win, it's
You
gonna
know,
be
that's the same impression I got about Bobby Lashley.
What the hell? Bobby Lashley? Is that the man wearing pink suits and wearing that that little thing on his head? He has no eyebrows? That guy?
Yeah,
Who
that
the
guy.
hell is that guy?
Yeah,
But,
that guy.
I mean, this whole one member of the New Day thing is ridiculous. That should never been a thing. That's number one.
That could have easily been Big Cash, Jeff Hardy. Wait, my man is made out of glass too, so I'm not sure they won.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, I say The Miz.
Except Almas.
Even that, come on.
Ember got in the Money in the Bank. You tell me Almas couldn't do it? What the hell?
Nah, he's busy with Sin Cara right now.
He's busy with Sin Cara. What the hell? No. Like, come on, really?
Wow, that's a
well,
shocker.
Yeah, that's what I think. Joe or Miz, only because maybe Nakamura can win the title, and maybe Miz can, Daniel Bryan could face Nakamura at SummerSlam, so that way Daniel Bryan wins because they give no f's about Nakamura. So he's a transitional champion. SummerSlam he loses, Daniel Bryan wins. Miz cashes in, have a trilogy till Mania. Hopefully not as bad as AJ Nakamura.
Oh, poor Daniel Bryan. Always
Daniel
getting
Bryan wins
cashed in on SummerSlam.
Yeah, and then wins at Mania. He finally, does it again at WrestleMania again.
And then has to vacate the title because, ladies and gentlemen, he has to retire.
Oh. He has to retire. We wait another 2 years. He's cleared again. That'd be crazy. Yeah, but that's what I really think might happen. But that's like fantasy booking it, to be honest. Like, that's kind of not realistic. But
I mean, it could be, but Vince don't see it that way. Well, yep, those are our Money in the Bank predictions. So, as the show wraps up here, I say we head to the subscriber Q&As.
all right, let's go. Do I go first or you go first?
You could go first. We can choose 3 questions from each, of ours.
All right, so do you think the Elite will ever sign with the WWE by Kenny the Cleaner Omega?
Well, since you asked, am I answering or are you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, sure. So I say yes. Being as WWE has heavily teased Kenny and the Elite on the network, their YouTube channel, promoting their Street Fighter match at E3. I guess, yeah, but probably in 2019.
Pretty strange considering the Young Bucks got the cease and desist from WWE. So
Exactly. They just want the competition to come to them.
Yeah, definitely. I think WWE runs all the competition, but that's not possible. But I think probably I give it 1 or 2 years. They probably sign with WWE because honestly, they're not going to do it now since they love Japan. So I can see them probably doing it in 1 or 2 years. So yeah. Next question.
What do you and Chris Gamer 1025 love most about being YouTubers? This comes from ROH fan. Personally, I say just uploading the content, I guess, because I can't see myself playing a WWE game just for days on end. I'm not 13 or 12 anymore where I can do that.
5 anymore?
Yeah, I find joy in just uploading,
I'd say the same thing, especially communicating with you guys and knowing what I have surprised for you guys and you guys don't know it, just surprising you.
The surprise of bragging rights that came about.
Exactly, some bragging rights just like that, and you guys didn't know, and it was very special, and I always like communicating with you guys because it makes me feel more important, So
yeah.
Next question.
Would be yours.
Yes, would be mine. Of course, I knew that. Who do you guys think is the most underrated male and female on the main roster or any brand? Probably go with NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. NXT, Cassius Ohno and Nixon Newell. Raw, Finn Balor, and who else is on there? Finn Balor and
Mickie James, I guess. That's my personal.
Oh yeah, I'd say Mickie James. Yeah. SmackDown, Ty Dillinger. I don't know. It's between Ty Dillinger and Rusev. They're both really good, but they've just been jobbing. And Becky Lynch.
Yep, I pretty much agree with all that. But except maybe NXT, the woman, I would say probably Kairi Sane, because she did win the Mae Young Classic, but I feel like she hasn't done nothing. Literally, she's feuding with Lacey Evans.
Oh God, that's bad. But yeah, they can do way more with Kairi Sane. I guess they'd probably be a tie-up with each other. But yeah, next question.
Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, well, ECW Icon submitted ECW or NXT. I'm assuming which we like better. I would say NXT just because I didn't grow up with ECW.
I mean, I tried watching ECW, but I mean, I can't really get into it like that. All that hardcore stuff. No offense, anybody diehard, and ECW fans.
For real.
But I just can't. I can't.
I don't have a problem with blood or anything, but I don't know, something about it. I just like.
I mean, I can't really get into it that much, but I mean, ECW is good. I mean, it's not bad. It's just me personally, I can't get into it.
I grew up with ECW, WWE's version, which was horrible.
We WWE's version of ECW, so yeah, that's how you know we are not that old.
When Jack Swagger was the ECW champion, right?
Oh hell yeah! When Bobby Lashley became ECW champion, that horrible December to Dismember Elimination Chamber.
Don't forget the last ever ECW champion, Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh god, it should have been Christian. But anyway, oh my god.
For real, he should have just retired, retired the belt as the champion.
Get another question here. Like I said, if we missed your question, we're probably going to answer it in the next Tap podcast. So don't get sad, mad, or glad, because we are doing more of these, so don't worry.
Yes, and keep commenting. By the way,
Kenny Omega becoming the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. It's about damn time.
Yes.
When I saw him win, I was like, this dude better hold the title for a long time, because that just put him on the map. And I mean, he's been doing very good, and I think he really deserved it. Kenny Omega is a really big top star. I mean, really, he had a match with Jericho in Japan. Who gets to say they did that except Naito? But still, that solidifies how good Kenny Omega is, and I think putting him on the belt is just gonna do wonders for him. It was amazing.
I mean, personally, it's about time. It should have happened to, at Wrestle Kingdom. Okada shouldn't have went on 700 days, but, whatever. I guess it makes sense for the story. But, yeah, it's good deal. Wait, that was your third question? Or second?
Yeah, that was my third question, yep.
Okay, so, well, I got the last one here. Have you guys ever been to WrestleMania Live? Coming by Zack Ryder fan. That's a straight up no, buddy.
No, we haven't been to WrestleMania Live.
I mean, we'd love to.
We want to be. I think they're coming to New Jersey next year, I think.
Yep, 35.
35.
Let's hope it's better than 29.
We really do. We'll see how that goes, and we'll let you guys know. But we really want to go to WrestleMania Live. We've never been to WrestleMania at all. We've only watched it from our houses ever since like 20, for me 24. That's how long I've been watching WrestleMania.
This guy's lucky because my first WrestleMania was.
I was just like looking at the results, but like
yeah.
24 was like my official one watching because I was Ric Flair's last match and that was Shawn's match and I was a big fan of Shawn.
This guy is lucky because my first WrestleMania is one of the worst. It was 27.
That was pretty trash.
It was trash. But that's when I started watching WrestleMania back then on pay-per-view. Oh my god. Feels like forever. Thank God for the network. I'll say that right now.
Yeah, really. But that's when I first started, and that's why I loved
hopefully.
it. So, hopefully we get to be there at 35. Hopefully, and hopefully it's a good Mania.
No.
Hopefully the card's not crap.
I hope, man. But yep, that does it for the return of the Tap Podcast, episode number 1 for season 2. We had the review of NXT Takeover Chicago 2, our Money in the Bank predictions, some subscriber Q&As, and in the future you can expect more topics, more segments, and whatnot. But keep commenting questions down below. We'll try to answer them. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it feels good to be back here.
Yep, it does. Yep, what it do?
Yep. Oh man, that's hilarious. But yep, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't.
Shout out to my boy Skip Sheffield. Go ahead.
Yep, if you have the guts to tune it to Money in the Bank, I'm not sure if
anybody remember Eli Cottonwood. Comment Cottonwood in the comments below.
Oh my god. Showtime, Percy Watson. Oh yeah. Yeah. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. I don't know. Well, one more thing, and this is a plug. Tune in to Bragging Rights because I assure you it's a great pay-per-view. It's going to be a great pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
And he's my rival brand, but still tune in. It's okay. Tune in. Watch it. But yep, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back here next week for a second episode of the Tap Podcast.